be recorded for others' benefit, those who
Perfect.
will miss it. But you are feel free to use your camera accordingly. So recorded for other. Yeah. And this is the start of the recording. And this. Okay, welcome to comparative understanding about Finland. But also recently, we also found that in last many years, Estonia is also coming up really well in the PISA test, and they have also come up with the new ideas. Since 2017 onwards, we started hosting the tours for Estonia as well. So we have some groups coming for Finland alone, and some groups coming for Estonia, and some groups take both the things. So we have also those programs available for Estonia as well. And we are going to discuss a bit more about that as well. So I think this is a very good start, and we have a couple of participants joining in. So this is not just a kind of one-way communication for us. We also request our participants that if you have any question first, just write it in the chat box. As well as this particular webinar is being broadcasted live on YouTube, on LinkedIn, as well as all our social media channels, and as well as on our website as well. So my colleagues will help me to understand some questions and comments during the webinar. And after that, Nelly will be here for some time. And after that, we'll discuss more in depth about the education tour and so on. So any questions or comments from the participants? We have George from Barcelona. Yes, George from Mexico, Barcelona. Yes, tell me.
Yeah, hi. One question. You're saying that you host between 10 and 12 groups per year.
Yeah.
So the question is, do we have to adapt to specific dates in case we would like to send some school owners, or do you also do like a tailor-made groups for, let's say, for Mexican schools or for Spanish schools?
Okay, sure. So practically, these 10 to 12 groups are the fixed departure tours which are here. But other than that, almost same number of groups. In fact, more than that, we have customized groups. So we do customized groups. We tailor-made the requirement based on the school's need. And we have various themes. For example, one of the famous theme for last year was architecture tours. So learning space architecture, school architectures, as well as understanding about the various learning spaces based on the new technological needs. So that's one of the area that we concentrate as well. But those you cannot see on our website because those are custom made programs. If you go to our website here, you will see that there are multiple options are here, different kind of education tours. And if you visit on one of the tour, let's say here, if we go to comprehensive tour here, you can see these are the dates which we have displayed till next 2025 autumn. And these are the fixed departure tours. But other than that, if you have any other tour that needs to be done, and if you have a group of 15, 20, or even 10, or even some less than 10, please contact us and we are more than happy to customize the tours for you. And we have done it a lot. Actually, there are many schools, maybe in USA, in Middle East, they wish to have only programs for their own staff, as well as students. We have some student programs. What we have as a creative ideator programs, or we have STEM program for students. We have sustainable education programs for students. So they are also customized and they are also based on part.
Perfect.
Yeah. So
thank you very much.
This one. So thanks, George, for this question. Any other questions or comments before we begin for our main presentation? We have other participants also joining from different countries today. Okay, so if not, then I think one thing which I would like to go quickly is that I will open the website of CC, and I would like to take you through these various options because our website is quite self-explanatory. and it gives a kind of a sense of understanding very easily. So once you go to ccfinland.org website, you can see on this tab called Finland Education Tour. And once you go here, once you click here, you can land on these various different options of tours here. And these are the fixed departure tour programs are here. Also, you can find some informative videos about and feedback about how students are interacting, what is the typical tour contents, and this video will explain you everything, as well as you will find a lot of other information about how how we can be able to really interact with each other.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
So idea here is that, okay, that since we get the visitors from different countries, one of the basic benefit is coming together and sharing experiences from those countries as well, and then comparing it with the local systems here in Finland. Also, in Finland, we have a amazing quality of vocational education. So we visit also preschool, primary school, but also the high schools and higher education institutes. And that gives an entire picture of comprehensive education in Finland. Also, we interact with the teachers. We give opportunity for you to ask questions to the teachers, principals. We have one day dedicated to have interaction with the principal of the school, so that you understand how the shared ways of leadership works. And this kind of programs where we understand learning environment, and then the teachers are free to go deep inside the curriculum. So we go deep inside the curriculum, understanding how the curriculum is designed in Finland with the transversal competences and skills integration. And while visiting the schools, you will get an idea that what kind of new questions or new innovations are happening in Finland. While doing this, we also do take care of some of the. So we are not here just to tell about what is great in Finland, but also Finland is facing a lot of challenges as well. So we also tell about the challenges and how Finland government or the Ministry of Education is taking care of those challenges as the best part of the solution. So maybe Nelly, I think, do you have any examples or kind of things, myths maybe from Finland that are typical available in Finland, and people are not aware about those myths? That okay, those are the myths. So can you just share some ideas or the what things that, like, after coming to Finland, they see this and they say, oh, aha, oh, I didn't know this. What are those things?
Well, one thing that comes to my mind right away is the how teachers give homework to the students. Many times people coming to Finland, they have heard this myth that Finnish teachers don't give any homework to the students. And this is something that we discuss a lot, that it's a myth. And that, of course, it depends on the teacher, how much homework the teacher gives to the students, because there is no guidance there how much we should give. So there might be also teachers that don't ever give homework to the students, but normally all the teachers, they give homework to their students. Comparing to many other countries, the amount might be smaller, and the students are not spending many hours per day studying, especially the smaller students at home. But and the basic idea is that the studying happens at school, and then at home it's revision, it's deepening the information or the knowledge. But the basic idea is that the work happens at school. But this is a myth that I've heard many times from the visitors that we have had, that they think that in Finnish schools nobody does any homework.
Very
But
true.
I also wanted to add this one point to the thing that you said about the challenges that we're also facing in Finland, because I remember, for example, with one group last spring, we discussed a lot the use of AI in education and what kind of challenges the teachers are facing with the AI, like what kind of assignments they can create to the students, so that the teachers can be sure that the students are really studying and that they are really doing the things that they are supposed to do. Because AI, the use of AI, it's it's in another level already, and the students are not silly. They also have realized that. So this was one topic that we discussed a lot with the international group, like how are we tackling this kind of challenge as educators in different parts of the world. So it was a good point that you just made, that there are also these universal challenges that we are facing everywhere around the world at the moment, and it's also a really good way to try to find solutions together to these challenges.
Yes. Very true. Very true. Along with this, I think one of the point which is very prominent is that there are one more myth which has been spread, is that in Finland the Finnish teachers get the salaries are more than that of doctors and engineers, and in fact Finnish teachers come to the job only because they are getting paid well. So I think this is one of the another major myth which is here. So Finnish teachers get the salaries which are less than the national average, but they don't come to the school or they come to teaching profession just not for the salary. In fact, salaries are okay; they are not great, but they come for the schools mainly for getting the autonomy. So teachers' autonomy is an important aspect of the Finnish classrooms. So these are the ideas. I think once you can come and see Finnish classrooms, what kind of autonomy they get, and that autonomy makes a lot of difference. And we learn this through various workshops. CCA Finland is already working on the various innovative workshops ideas, as well as teacher education ideas. And through these workshops, you really understand in deep. So our normal day starts in the morning at 8 o'clock itself. After breakfast, we start for the first school visit, which starts at 9 o'clock in the morning. And we have our school visit till 12 o'clock. Then we have a school lunch, or we have a common lunch at some restaurant. And then we have, in the afternoon, we have various learning experiences and workshops given by our experts in the field of education altogether. So these are the kind of various ideas which are available for us. Uh, I think those are the various concepts that we can develop together. So this is about the main plan about the program. What actually I was about to explain you. But why not to go in depth about one of the tour? Actually, we can take one of the tour, and then we can share the that tour in depth, so that it will be easier for everyone to go and understand how the tour looks like. So once you go to this Finland education tour, let's go to one of the comprehensive tour. This is the most detailed tour program what we have. And detail means we cover all the levels of Finnish education, starting from early childhood education to primary education. And here in this case, on the focus areas are understanding about Finnish education at broad level, but also have the practical experience and the class-wide observations, as well as there are interaction with the teachers, principals, support staff. Also try to understand what are various different education technology tools are being used in Finnish classrooms, and also try to find out how the higher education and the high school education works in Finland at the practical level. So this is like a typical tour program what we have here. I think you can see it. I will enhance it for you, actually enlarge it for you. So typical tour program starts on Sunday. Sunday, everybody comes in and check into the hotel. In the evening, it's a relaxed time. This is a time to interact with other fellow travelers, visitors, as well as it's your own time to explore the city. And by the way, Helsinki, Tampere, Espoo, Vantaa, these are very fun cities to explore, and we are very sustainable open cities. So you are welcome to enjoy the public transport here. We always say that the country's wealth is, or country's richness is not about having number of cars, but how the rich people travels with the public transport. So you can really see it in practice in Finnish schools. and in Finland, in Helsinki. So almost everybody, most of the people travels with the public transport, and maybe people with the families and children, those who want to drop the kids to the school, sometimes they use cars, or very old people use the cars many times. But otherwise, most of us, we use public transport. And in a city like Helsinki, which is very crowded and very traffic is, so public transport is much easier than anything else. So we go in depth about understanding Finnish education on the day one, so that we understand the broad picture, big picture, and then we also give you an experience of the various maker space, various innovative space. OD Library is one of the very amazing experience that you should be able to see, as well as there is a science museum called Eureka, which we visit, and that's the end of the day one. Every day, we take a reflection session after visiting a space. Day two, we visit early childhood education, kindergarten, because in Finnish schools, our formal school starts at the age of 7, which is grade 1. But prior to that, we have something called as a daycare, or what we call as a paiva koti. And this daycare is a kind of a fun experience for the child. It's a playway method with various kinesthetics ways of learning. And this is one thing that teachers across the globe come to see Finnish daycares. And we give you an in-depth understanding about how the early childhood education works. And in the afternoon, we go in depth about curriculum of how the daycare works and how the early childhood education and preschool education works in Finland, as well as we go with the various concepts of how the supporting a child, or what is the special needs in early childhood education, how we identify the challenges for various special needs. So how we tackle with the attention deficiency or ADHD or various special needs. So we go in depth about this part as well. On the day 3 or day 4, in fact, on Wednesday, normally we travel to and visit the comprehensive school, which is from grade 1 to 9 here in Finland. And in that part, we have we go to various classes. We divide the group into group of small groups of 3 or 5, and then each this group go to the classroom visits. They observe the classes, they interact with the teachers, they interact with the students. And one more thing, most of our schools are hosted by the students. So the school students themselves host you for that particular school visit, and they will interact with you, and you will see a difference in their confidence level. And it's not only for them to showcase what they have, but also it's a good learning experience for them, because they get the teachers from Spain, Portugal, Italy, as well as from Mexico, India, from Middle Eastern countries. So they need to learn, they can learn many languages. So in fact, you are helping them to learn different languages and understand different cultures. So we always encourage you to ask a lot of questions, discuss with them, and it's your time to be with them. And then in the afternoon, we have the school lunch, and school lunch are the very important aspect of Finnish curriculum. Finland and Japan are the very early countries to have given the school lunch, and still Finland is giving free a warm meal to all the students up to grade 12, starting from early childhood education. And that's one thing that to see, and how the students get the food meals on their own, and they continue. Similarly, then the next day we concentrate on the high school, which is from grade 10 to 12. And also the high school is not only just a high school academic part, we have vocational schools connected to that, which are also having the kind of a great quality. Almost the latest statistics may differ, but we have almost half of the students, almost 40 to 45% students, willingly on their own wish to go for the vocational education, and it is highly respected in Finland, because after vocational education you can go to the higher education, including bachelor's, master's, and even doctoral degree in vocational trade. And then on the part, we also see various creative school environments, architectures, and learning spaces. And then towards the end, we have the something kind of reflection that, okay, we learned a lot of things from these all 5 days, but how we can be able to implement it in respective countries. Because CC is having a network of schools across the globe. We have our schools where we are collaborating with the schools across different countries. And if you see and go and about us program here, about us page, you see that our network is quite widespread here. And we wish that the best practices and the experiences from different countries are being shared with each other. And that's what we normally do during these tours. So that's in brief about how the day looks like. And maybe I think this was a main part that I would like to cover in the first part with Nelly. But in the second part, then I will personally go through some of the classrooms if we get some questions from the participants first. So maybe I will pause it for some time,
There
and
is a
maybe some
question.
participants. Yes, there is a question. Okay.
Yes, if you can see in the chat, there is a question. In the K-12 tour, is there any interaction with the Finnish government, the education segment especially?
Okay. So since I mentioned that, okay, in Finland, most of the schools are public schools. So when you come to a Finnish school, that means you are working with the government school and government teachers, government principals. But at the same time, we give opportunity to work with and also discuss with the Finnish policymakers, those who are in the field of early childhood education or primary education or higher education. So we do organize visits to in Finland, we have something called as a Opetus Hallitus, which is a national board of education. And at many places, mainly if you have a customized tours and if the policymakers are coming from other countries, we organize meetings with this national board of education with them so that they can go in depth about the policy making. Second important aspect is
Thank
that,
you.
okay, sorry, was there any question?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you answered my question with that. Thank you very much.
Oh, thanks. Anette.
Yes.
Anette asked this question. Thanks, Anette, for this part. But also there is second interesting part, which is also at the national level, how Finland is taking care of the health of the education. So how we make the assessment of the quality. So we have something called as a Finnish National Evaluation Center for health of the national level education. So which we call as a KARVI, KARVI. And this KARVI is also another very amazing organization wherein you understand about what are the different assessments are being made and how the health of the education is being measured, not by testing all the students, but only taking the sample surveys. So that is also one more thing that you should be able to visit. And third part is Education Finland. Definitely this organization, because we are official member of Education Finland, and this Education Finland is an umbrella body of everything together for all the organizations who are working in the field of Education Finland program, or let's say exporting Finnish education to the world. So definitely these are the couple of part. But last part, and which is also important, also discussing with the city level, because the city councils or cities are the main body of functioning or execution bodies of implementing Finnish education at the city level. Though we have the central level Ministry of Education, but the main implementation powers are with the city. So city council and director of education at the city level, or the deputy mayor of education, these are the main controlling mechanisms, those who create the policies and implementation of the various new innovations within those cities. So we definitely have those kind of government interactions as well. Any other question? If we get, thanks for this question. Okay, I think we are getting few more questions in the other YouTube video here. Okay, so one question I got on my colleague here by my colleague on the YouTube is that how are these tours, like how do you make the arrangements for the tour? So I think it is more on the question is more towards how is the overall organization of the tour works? Yes, definitely. So on our website, you can see that we are not only just like we just not only take care of the education part, but also we do take care of the fun part as well as the accommodation, transfers, everything. CC Finland has an official travel partner, which is a legal entity. So that travel partner takes care of all the travel arrangements, including hotel bookings, public transfers, private transfers, pick up and drop from the airport and everything. In our standard tours, which are fixed departure tours, we don't have the airport pickup and drop by default included because everybody comes at different timeline as per their flights, and everyone has their departure times are also different because they want to stay back for a couple of days. But other than that, all the transfers, once the tour starts, visiting the school, visiting that workshop venue for any meetings, are being taken care by the CC travel operator, and no, we organize this quite efficiently. As well as we use the hotels, which are the quite high quality hotels, 4-star hotels, as well as at many places we have the premium hotels, which are the 5-star hotels in Helsinki area. As well as we do have, based on the customized requirement of the teachers and educators, depending on their budget, we try to find the accommodation which is suitable for them. Nevertheless, if you want to organize your own accommodation, it is also perfectly fine. For customized tours, if any of the tour operator would like to manage their own accommodation, we just take care of the arrangements of the visits as well as school visits as well as meetings and workshops. That is also fine with us. But also we do take care of your good food as well. So normally all our tours have the morning breakfast included in the hotel. Afternoon lunch we do it on the way, and we do it in the restaurants, quite good quality restaurants, as well as at least once in a week we do a school lunch, which is one of the must-have experience once you visit Finnish schools. And then we have afternoon snacks or coffee, and then we also explore many new things, as well as now we also are interested, like many teachers are interested in visiting some fun spaces in Finland, in Helsinki area. So we have one of the very interesting program, and I will recommend you to visit that program, which is coming on our website. You can see here, you can see this winter wonderland tour. Actually, this winter wonderland tour is in the month of February and March. It's in deep snow, and it is in northern part of Finland, where during the winter time we have snow quite in depth. The temperature is around -20 degrees, and in that part, our teachers explore not only the schools in Finland but also the nature over there, and it's a good thing to see the northern lights. So we have groups coming for this winter wonderland. So I will highly recommend you to have a look at this tour as well. And the tour dates are 9 to 14 February. Also, there is a group in March, but that's a customized tour actually. So if you want to come for the fixed departure individual, then come for the February. But if you want to come for the customized tour, then come for the month of March. And you can see all the programs and everything here is mentioned over here, including all the transfer to Rovaniemi, which is in the northern part, and visiting a Santa Claus village. And in the evening, we will explore the northern lights. And also we will go through some husky rides, snowmobile rides and everything. So this is one thing that I will definitely recommend you to do. Okay, so I think this is a very interesting part of the program. Uh, any other comments or questions?
I have a question. In my company,
Yes.
what we do is that we work with school owners from all over Central and South America. And my question would be, what does an educator, or how does an educator return home from a trip or tour like yours? I mean, of course, he's gonna learn a lot about Finnish education and the Finnish education system. But how would you describe the when they're back with the home at their schools? How would they describe their experience in in a few words, just to have like a kind of selling key for them?
Okay, maybe I will start, and maybe Nelly can add briefly if she wants to add on this part as well. Definitely. Two key takeaways definitely from our all the school visits and part. The last day we sit together and have a workshop about uh, how we can be able to what you learn from the experience and how you are going to implement it in your local context based on experience. So this is one workshop will change the entire brainstorming for them. During the week, they at the end of every visit and every workshop, they're going to fill up a reflection sheet on that part. And we collect all the reflection sheets on the last day, so that we can summarize it. And we have a learning environment through which we share the content, comments every time. So this particular learning environment, LMS, is not only just for the school time, but for the school visit. But after you go back to your country, you have access for that for the next 1 year, so that you can ask a lot of questions to the teachers back. You can be connected with your fellow travelers. So, and this is where you can share your knowledge. Now, second important aspect of this part, after coming back from the tour, after 1 month, we organize a webinar for all the participants who came for that tour. And we ask them that, okay, now you are back to your own country. Have you seen any of the things that you can implement within your own country? So we continue hand-holding the teachers, educators, and we have one program which is called FEPIS. FEPIS is Finnish Education in Practice. Now, this program is a feedback program as well as research-based program, whereas we are connected with a large family of educators. The CC network is a large family. Nowadays, we are connected with more than 20,000 educators across the globe. And this Finnish Education in Practice project takes the innovations done after visiting Finnish schools in the respective countries, in Australia, in USA, in many parts of the world. So teachers would like to share their practices and what challenges they had while implementing those practices in their countries. So they come up with a white paper or research paper based on that. And that's something which is really, really amazing for them. I
Nice.
hope that Nelly,
Yeah,
do
of
you want to
course.
say something about this part?
No, it's very interesting. I like that after the trip they still get a lot of in touch with you or with other teachers. So what's the minimum number of participants in a tour in case we would like to arrange like a private tour? I don't know how to explain.
Yeah,
No?
understand. Customized to
Yes.
customized group for yourself. Yes. Yeah. And by the way, just for information for everyone, in Finland, the daycare ends at 5 o'clock latest by part. So if someone of us would like to leave for picking up the kids, please feel free to drop because we have many fathers and mothers in this group actually. Anyway, so coming to the question on the George, so there is no minimum for making a feasible tour, but to make it financially viable, we recommend at least a group of 10.
Okay.
But we do operate with a group of 5 as well. But it becomes more expensive because
I understand. Yes.
for school visits as well as for all the transfers, there is a fixed cost. And then if you divide it by 10 versus divided by 5, definitely the divided by 5 will be expensive from that. But okay, one of the commitment from our side, once we launch a tour, even though we have one participant, we conduct the tour. We have done that, and
Okay.
we never cancel a tour. And that's one of the quality statement that we make, because this is not only just a business for us, but this is a quality passion for us. So it is important that, okay, people do make reservations 6 months in advance. They believe in trust in us, and just to give part, many participants, even without asking a single question, they directly pay 2,000 euros, 5,000 euros, and that's a trust that we have won. So it's our responsibility to conduct the tour, even though there is a one person. So that's the
Is
differently we have.
is CCE Finland a private organization or
Yes.
okay?
So practically, we are in Finland. We are Osake, which is the kind of a private limited organization. We are official member of Education Finland, same as other organizations. And we mainly work with the mainly government programs as well as private school programs in different countries.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
Perfect.
So I think these were very interesting questions, and thanks for having. So we are getting few more new participants as well. I think the names. Are there any other questions or comments? And okay,
Hi,
hi,
Mr. Kulkarni.
hello, hi.
My name is. Hi, I'm Upendra. Can I talk now, or is
Please,
someone else
please,
going to
please,
speak?
Mr. Upender, please go ahead.
Okay, so I met your team today at Didac. I'm from Delhi only.
Oh, excellent.
I met with Simi, and she insists me to join the session today.
Oh, very
Right.
good.
So I joined. I must appreciate that your program is very good, first of all, and you had a great program and a great team. I have seen your website. I have seen your reviews also. Uh, my question is that I do the program with the other countries in the European region, right? So, Mr. Kulkarni, my question is how you guys manage the visa part. For
Oh,
Indians,
okay.
getting a Schengen visa is quite tricky and difficult. And you belong from India, so you know Indians how they treat the visa, how they think that baat kar lo ho jaye, like kind of a behavior they have, right? How do you guys manage that, right? I hope you're getting my point, right?
Yes. Perfect. Okay. First of all, thanks. First of all, thanks for visiting our Didac. Actually, by the way, just for information for others, our CC Finland team is in right now in Delhi, in India, and there is a very big expo happening, Didac India, and and thank you for appreciating the efforts by our team. And you are right that okay, we have our very good team actually, and even though our some team is in India, our other team members are here as well. So I'm really proud of my team. Thanks. Now, coming back to the point of the visa, in our last 12 odd years of experience, getting visa for Schengen is not difficult, first of all. It is very straightforward. If you make a complete clear itinerary, if the documents are clear, if your financial documents are clear, uh, practically visa is not impossible. That's one thing. But if you miss any of these things, if you don't submit the documents on time, second thing, if you put in incomplete itinerary, as well as there are a lot of misconceptions about visa that okay, I will make the plan for 10 days, but I will put just for sake I want to come for 15 days, so I will put the form time as 15 days, but I will make a plan only for 10 days. So they don't approve it. So practically they say that okay, you have to apply, you have to make the entire itinerary, even if you're coming for educational conference and after that you want to enjoy some private like personal trip or enjoy some leisure activities, it is perfectly fine, just put it in the document. It's the most important part is how you get the invitation letter. So we recommend that okay, whenever you are going to make a plan and if you want extended stay, please visit our travel department. They will provide you extended invitation letter. They will make the arrangements. But directly don't go to the embassy with application without any prior planning. So that's number one. And that's the most possible way of rejection. So first of all, I'm not telling you anything on behalf of the embassy. I don't have any right. So as well as CC also don't interfere with the decision making of the embassy. They are independent and they can make their own decisions. But with our experiences, when we submit our invitation letter, that's a fair amount of guarantee. And when you pay the full fees of registration, and we give the confirmation to the embassy that okay, that this particular participant have paid their fees, that means they are responsible travelers and they will go back to their countries and they are coming for the specific purpose of the travel is very clear. So with this information, visas are not difficult. I hope you understand this clearly, actually.
Yes, I understood. So my question, another question is that, like, you have mentioned that you mentioned on the invitation letter that that particular member has submitted their fees. So, if I talk about the payment terms here, if then whatever will be the program fee, I have to pay 100% in advance on first time, or is it in a part?
Okay, so for individuals, it is mandatory to pay everything in advance at once.
Mm-hmm.
The reason, because based on that we have to provide you invitation letter, and based on that invitation letter, you have to go and submit your visas. And before
But
the
for me,
visas are
mhm.
submitted,
Yes, yes, please continue.
sorry,
I'm so sorry. Please continue. I'm so
yeah.
sorry.
So yeah. So for the visas, uh, we have to send a letter to the embassy. We have to notify to the embassy as well that this particular participant had paid in full, and so it's perfectly fine to continue with the next process of the visa. So that's number one. And whenever we have groups, we also take the full payment of the group. Actually, the reason because the groups are being taken care same as individuals, but their payment terms can be decided, because normally groups apply 6 months in advance. They don't come on the last month. Uh, Individuals may come on the last month, to be honest. But groups normally come 6 months in
Mm-hmm.
advance. So we have payment terms divided for them. But at least before coming to the visas, they all will be making the payments, because that's one
Okay,
of the important requirement of getting the visas.
okay. Few of my clients have their refusals for the Finland only. Few months back,
Sorry.
due to the bad, few of my clients have their refusals for the Finland, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
They did booking with some another agent or something, and they did some not good arrangements, right? So did
Hmm.
their refusal. So if someone got their refusal in, you can say, in month of August, right? Can they reapply for you
Yes.
can
Yes.
say
Yes.
February or
Perfectly fine. So past refusal don't impact the current part, because you are coming with a new objective, new travel arrangements and everything. So I think it is perfectly fine. Okay, again I'm saying, so the same thing. Many times people, we view the embassies are kind of enemies, or kind of a they come kind of a police thing over there. But they are pretty
Mhm.
logical, actually. They are strict, but
They are logical. They
they are
are
super
logical.
logical,
I can
actually.
understand you. Yes.
So there is nothing to be worried, or kind of getting havoked about that, why the visas are getting rejected. You just make the application on time. The most important part, okay, it is mandatory to apply with the planning that 20 working days are required to make the visa. You can get visa in 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
For the last group, visas came back in less than 7 working days, 6 working days. But still, we Finland embassy, we have very less number of people working in different countries. So it's a very less number of people, and applicants are too many, actually. So it takes them time to process all the applicants. We are quite a lean organizations. So it is unreasonable to expect that they will deliver the visas in 1 day or 2 days. So it is important that,
Okay.
okay, if the 20 days are mentioned, please mention 20 days.
Yes, I understood that part. Another question is that I'm so sorry I'm taking it too long.
No,
Uh,
no, please go ahead. It's
Another
good to
question is
interact.
that
This is the objective of this.
yes.
Yeah.
So another question is that, like, Mr. Kulkarni, February is the great. I have seen the pictures. I have listened to you about the February program. But as you can understand, my audience is the Indian school leaders. They are already above 45. So they are almost old people, right? They can't tolerate such cold weather. Most of the time, you can understand that, right? So if I'll ask you, what is the most suitable time and the best time to visit Finland? Either it can be, and also in JFM, it's quite difficult for Indian school leaders who left the school because of the board examination and all, right? They have to prepare for that. So if I'll ask you, in the from the month of April till, you can say, October, December, what is the best time to visit Finland?
Okay. So first of all,
Sorry, I want
even though,
to add one
yeah,
more thing also.
yeah, yes,
And
got it.
also, also, apart from the weather part, I am also keen towards the academic part. What are the most active time of academics in Finland, where they can grasp so much more and they can experience Finland education so closely, right? My main motive I am attending this session because I have seen your feedback in your program. You are much more focused on academics. That's the one part which I am very keen towards you guys, right?
Yeah.
So if you can help me out on more, what is the best time to visit in terms of academics, also sort of weather.
So first of all, uh, we always say that if you want to visit Finland, you have to come two times at least in your lifetime. One during summertime or autumn time, and come during winter time, because these two seasons are must experience. And winter is not harsh here, even though it looks harsh. Inside the hotel rooms, schools, shopping malls, cars, public transport, everything is warm. So don't expect and you will getting starved to the death. Nothing will happen. In fact, people live here happily during winter time. In fact, uh, let's say, for example, I'm an Indian by origin, born and brought up in India, but for last 20 years I'm staying here. Nowadays I like more winter than the summer. In fact, in summer Europe is very hot nowadays, and if you go to Western Europe, it's terrible. Northern Europe, Finland, Sweden, Denmark, Norway, they are quite okay still. So don't worry about the weather. It is going to impact. Uh, Second important aspect, uh, your audience, I can definitely understand they are all school owners. They are above 45, 50. They are not old, first of all. Once they come here, they feel energetic. Our experience goes that many of the principals comes to, we host the many CBSE school principals from India, and all of them enjoy the snow, enjoy the weather here. And then I will highly recommend, if you want to make your tour premium for them, then definitely bring them in during winter time. But having said this, if you want to make them very safe and secure, and bring them during summertime, the best visits are the current months. So August, September, and October. These are the safest months to bring them here, and as well as April and May. These are the 2 more months which you can come and visit here. So if you see our online dates for part, we organize the tours when the education experience is most active. So our schools are open by the mid of August, but we don't take any groups in the mid of August or even towards the end of August. Our first group starts in the very end of August, when the school starts in full action. Second important aspect is that, okay, we have two breaks. One is called autumn break and winter break. Uh, Around that also, we don't entertain any groups, because before the school break, teachers are in, like, sometimes the schools are in the mindset to close the things and so on. So we definitely don't take that as well. But otherwise, all the dates mentioned on our website, they are the most academically active, and you can see it once you visit the schools. And as well as we make sure that you see the because we know the range of experiences that you can get. You can't get all the experience in 1 week, but definitely you get the maximum experiences in that week once you come to these active educational weeks. I hope I answered your question
Yes,
in
yes,
this
you
part.
answered very clearly. So I believe that 1 week program is sufficient enough for any kind of academic experience.
True, true. 1 week program is perfect for everyone. If anyone want to come in depth, we have also shadow teaching programs. We have also experience
Uh,
for the principal, shadow principal program. All these programs are 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, but they are enhanced program. Also, it is expensive programs for them as well. But nevertheless,
mhm.
you are welcome to join many programs. You can see all programs on our website.
Obviously, shadowing program has their own effect and own advantages for that. You can see
Yes.
clearly what they are doing in day-to-day life. Okay. And apart from that, with us always there will be a bilingual, person who can, and the session will be in English, right? With the Finnish teacher or educator, right?
In Finland, most of the schools are Finnish. We have some English schools as well, English communication schools, like a medium of instruction in English. But our all classrooms, most of the classrooms are in Finnish. But with every group, we have a host who speaks Finnish as well as English and who will help you to get to know what is happening in the classroom. Having said this, the teachers themselves, when they start teaching, they will explain first that, okay, what things are happening in the classroom. They welcome you, sit down in the class and just observe it. By the way, we are not creating any kind of a, it's not a stage drama for you actually. It's a live Finnish schools. So there is nothing that is been staged for you. You are going to see a live Finnish classroom because they get, like, our schools get visitors every week. So we can't create kind of a special things only for you. But
Mm-hmm.
teachers are so proficient in the part because they want, it's a good learning for them as well. If the some visitors and educators come to see them, and if they give some feedback, and if they get to learn anything new, it's a great thing for the teacher themselves to learn. So they always explain that, okay, what is happening in the class, what I did yesterday, based on that, how assessment I will do after 2 days. And then she will open a curriculum and through which she can go through. And so there is always support mechanism available, and all our workshops are in English language, as well as you are feel free to communicate on the Google environment, as well as we like I will take you through a lot of photos actually if you want. So for example, we share a lot of photos just to give you the experience. Just we had a group last week only, and
Oh,
so last week we had a group, and next week we have a group from Kerala coming actually. So practically I will take you to this second part here. Yes, so you can see, okay, this is the group coming from 20 September first week actually. This is a group coming from India, from Australia, from USA and Singapore. So there were a couple of teachers from different parts. And in the evening, we sit together with the principals of the school and just have a chit chat with them. But as we go ahead, we visit various schools. This is a vocational school from Tampere, and they visit various amazing workshops, as well as they visit various classrooms and so on. And this is a group, a small group coming from South Africa, quite a well-known school from South Africa. And this is where they visit the classrooms. They understand how the various labs works and so they will get a lot of opportunities to understand and interact with the teachers and so on. And all these teachers give their feedback as
nice.
well. And also you can see this is kind of one interesting thing from Finland is a forest school. We have something called as a forest school where the students visit this are in the school every day, morning 8 o'clock till afternoon 2 o'clock, and their entire curriculum is planned around forest.
Oh, okay.
So these are and as well as the forest schools are also common with the normal schools, because our 80% of our land is covered by forest and lakes. So you will find every school behind them, they can have the forest and lakes. So they can enjoy the forest like this. So I hope this clears the doubt about the. Yes. Oh, sorry. I was not sharing this. I was just extremely
You're
sorry.
just speaking about it.
Oh, sorry.
No
I was
problem.
speaking about it, but I was not sharing. Okay, sorry. Extremely sorry. This is about a quick about forest school actually. So this is a school. This is a forest school here. Oh, sorry. Actually, I think I should have known this. That okay. I put the sharing screen, but did not share the click button actually. But this is a forest school actually, and people come to see the forest schools, understand the pedagogy, and every school has a forest next to it. Most of the schools have forest next to it, so they also conduct some of the outdoor learning part. And this is the group I was just mentioning you about the last week actually. And next week we are getting a group from USA, Australia, Britain, and India. 4 countries are coming. Even there is a group coming
Oh.
from Kerala, south of India. They are also coming here. By the way, this is a vocational school from Finland. Very, very well-known, reputed school. One of the biggest vocational school. from Finland. And then here we sit together in the evening to interact with the principals and discuss with them. So it's a both. It's a learning and fun both.
Okay,
Okay.
great then.
Okay, so I think this was the major point of coming together. And today actually I plan to have just a brief about this part. And but I think you made it to quite active and asked a lot of good questions. I really appreciate this. Still, if you have any questions, I will be more than happy to answer. As well as you, please feel free to contact us on our website ccfinland.org. On the right side of our website, you will find a chat option, AI assistance, and it is a human and artificial intelligence based assistance, so that if you don't get answer, then human will come to help you. So practically it's a good technology and human interaction, how it works. So please help us to get more content and information, and we are here to help you out. And welcome to Finland. Tervetuloa. In Finnish language, we say welcome as tervetuloa. So, and also my email address is also on the website, but also please feel free to contact me on the email address, which is also mentioned here. So with this part, I'm really say thank you to everyone for your active participation and a lot of good questions. And those who are in Delhi area, please feel free to visit DIDAC again. You will get amazing Finland Education Experience Program, as well as our accreditation program, and you will find many innovative things there as well. Okay, so thank you very much. I end this program with this part, and thank you very much. Bye-bye. Take care.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.